Hi everyone, I'm Sarah and Most Joyful One is the name of this channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's been a while since my last video, so I thought I would just stop in, say hello, chit chat a little bit, and let you know what I've been up to. Stop and thinking about my New Year's resolution last year. Never in my wildest dreams could I ever imagine that things were going to be as bizarre and sometimes horrific for so many people as 2020 has been to us. Actually, I feel that I've been living in an episode of The Twilight Zone, and that I'm going to wake up and everything's going to be fine, and then I'm going to even appreciate things more. But I'm still dreaming. I just still dreaming that I'm in the Twilight Zone. So we'll see what happens with that. But since my last video, the things that have been happening to me have been one succession after the other. I've got to tell you, it's been a crazy, crazy time. I went to the dermatologist for an annual checkup, and she happened to notice a spot that was on my nose, this little red bump, and it was got it's growing a little bit. And she checked it over and took a biopsy, and it turned out to be basal cell carcinoma. And just really, really totally shocked. How could I possibly get basal cell carcinoma when I so faithfully wear sunscreen, broad spectrum, whether it's sunny, whether it's cloudy, rainy, all the time, every day, 7 days a week, I wear them. And I wear good ones too. So I went over my sunscreens with her, and she highly approved of the sunscreens that I've been using. I use, how do you say it? Eucerin. Eucerin, that's it. And Eucerin 30, which is really good. I use CeraVe 30, not the 50, because the 50 leaves a white cast on my face. But my all-time favorite is Color Science. I have the 30 and the 50 as well. So went over these with her, and she highly approved. So I'm like, well, why would this happen? I just can't understand. And they're like, well, do you remember back when you were 7 years old and you got that really nasty sunburn? Well, not only do I remember those days, but I remember even as an adult being sunburned to the point that I had blisters. And this was a couple of times, not once, where it was really bad blistered. I was never a sunbather, never sat outside with baby oil and the tanning shield or whatever that's called. Never did that. You'd never find the reflector. Never find me doing that. But I'm the generation that, what is SPF? What I knew was bronzing oil. Just cover your body in bronzing oil. Just leave that on and just hope for that gorgeous Brazilian tan. That's where my generation was. And soaking up the sun, because the sun and the suntan and sunburn and whatever made you look so healthy. And when they did come out with SPF, I think it was like a number 4. So I don't know how good that really was, but that's what we had in my generation. So it can be explained why later in years I would have a problem like that. But I faithfully every single day have been and will continue to always use an SPF broad spectrum UVB always, because I know how damaging not only the sun is to your skin as far as the aging, photo aging goes, but protective of things such as cancer. So just wanted to let you know that. And during this whole time waiting for my basal cell surgery, I came down with the flu. It wasn't respiratory. It was not COVID. It was they called influenza infection. So if it wasn't respiratory, it was gastro, whatever. It was not fun. So I landed up in bed for about 2 weeks. This older woman cannot handle the flu anymore. It was horrendous. I had a fever that just would not go away. I would take Tylenol only for it to come right back. It was just an annoying time, and went to the doctor twice and reassured me that get a lot of hydration and get rest. And well, in the meantime, though, I couldn't eat. So I lost weight. I the only fluids I could take down was anything warm, such as green tea. My husband did buy me some ginger ale, which really helped me a lot, which I'm not a soda drinker, but I made an exception. And I also drank one of my favorite things is Indian ginger tea from India. That's one of my favorite things. So I drank a lot of that that comforted my stomach quite a bit. Food, I ate toast, dry toast or crackers. I could not eat. Thankfully, I've gained the weight back because I'm going to tell you, when you're older and you lose that weight fast and you're dehydrated on top of it, wrinkles and gaunt, just very gaunt, and so wrinkly. I mean, it was really very scary. So I've been on the road to recovery there because to rehydrate myself, as soon as I got better, I just kept increasing my fluids and eating foods that vegetables and fruits that are water loving. So with that, that's helped me quite a bit. And so after the flu, and I got a little better, I had to go in and have a heart procedure done because my heart was um, going fast all the time. It just medications, they increased them and increased them. And finally, they still didn't work. My heart was just beating all the time, just terrible, which made me a lot of times feel like I was going to faint. So I was tired and I felt lightheaded, or I felt like I was going to faint. It was just a mess. So I had the procedure done. I am feeling better. I'm still healing with that. And so with this Wisconsin weather and all of that, my exercise has been basically on hold, except for when I can get out and go for a walk and use the exercise bike slowly to try and help myself. So that's some of the things. And then I forgot. When they asked me, do you have any side effects to anesthesia? It had been such a long time since I had a surgery that I was like, no, I don't think so. But boy, did I get sick. So that's very important that you let them know that you get nauseated and sick. And then after all of that, I think it's because of the anesthesia and all the stress that we're all going under and just different things. My hair started coming out in clumps. I mean, I've lost so much hair, and I'm reassured that it's going to come back. And the doctor has me on some vitamins and things to help my blood count and things. So hopefully my hair is going to come back, but it feels very thin. So I kind of pinned it up today. But just coming out in the shower, combing it, just snugging at it, and I'd have tons of hair come out. I was very scared. So anyway, dealing with some of that. And then to top everything off, one of the saddest things was that I lost my baby brother recently. He had been sick for a short amount of time and then did get COVID. And his weakened immune system just couldn't handle it. But we had a chance to chat on the phone. No one was able to visit with him, but we talked, and he remained this amazing person to the very end. Just everybody in the hospital just said, we can't believe um, this person who he is. And it really helps a lot. So I look forward to seeing him someday again. And until then, but our conversation really helped me to get through. And one thing else, why does it take a wedding or a funeral more than anything to draw family close together again, or meet up with old friends that you haven't seen in a long time? Why does it take something so drastic? So some of the things that I've seen through family healing going on, and I know that my brother would be so happy to know that he contributed even in that way, because that's who he was. And so there's been some healing here, and I think to myself, if we have a problem with somebody, especially in our family, because families can be absolutely crazy. I don't know about you, but absolutely crazy. And if anyone could drive you insane, it could be a family member. But if it's silly, non-significant, we need to just heal and forgive and just go about our business, because we're put together for a reason. That's what I think. And so everything else there is doing well. A little bit about my dog. My dog is a puppy mill rescue mom. She's 8 years old. She's been going through some health issues. She's got allergies. Right now, she's got double ear infections. Ever since we got her, she had her ears inside were so black. And so she had yeast infections. And we thought we got rid of it and they came back. So we're dealing with that. And then she's been sick and I couldn't figure out, she started throwing up and had the runs and everything. And it turns out, after reviewing her and looking, she has colitis. She's going to have to be on bland food, and probiotics were another thing that they gave, and a couple other things. So she's under doctor's treatment. But I'll tell you what, she has been such a joy and a blessing to me through this whole thing. This little girl knows that you're down. She tries to make you happy. And she comes and lets me snuggle up to her. And she just makes me so, so happy. I couldn't ask for a little better friend than I have in my little fur baby. So I just wanted to stop in, let you know where I'm at. Not that I'm trying not to um, make videos or whatever. It's just been horrific, bizarre. I told you Twilight Zone, and I mean Twilight Zone. So I just want to say hello and thank you, each of you that have stayed here or comment or ask where I've been. I appreciate it. I have not been on YouTube at all. I haven't watched, I'm so sorry, but I haven't watched any videos. I haven't done anything. Um, I've just been in a crazy zone. So I hope things are getting better now for myself. And I sure hope things are well with you and that you stay well and healthy, and just expect spring is just around the corner and we'll be out and about, and hopefully we can meet with friends, because talking to some of my friends, it's been so hard on all of us, because I have friends that we like to get together for coffee, come to my house, and go to your house. We hug, we bake little things for each other. We just have a heart, for and love for one another. And it's really been hard. And on a couple of my friends more so than others. So I try to be somebody that cheers them on when I can. And it's hard to do when you're behaving like I've been, all the things that I've been going through. But I just wanted to stop and say hello, and hopefully we'll get back to business as soon as possible. But keep well, and remember, I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. Thank you so much.